Willow is going to go, and basically what we're going to try to do is get her close to this door and give Gavin a little bit of help to take these two out, and maybe even take that Revenant out. I know that's kind of a big ask, but knowing that in the next room we're going to be drawing 4, 2 minions, 2 lurkers, I think that's probably the best thing we can do to A, clear the board a little bit, and B, maybe get some more supply so that Gavin can maybe heal some if he had to. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So let's go to the rolling tray, and let's roll for the bury loot of Willow. Alright, so here we are with Willow. That is going to be a purple test, which is going to be 3 dice. Let's see what she gets. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. There is a crit. That's not good. Well, 1, 2, 3, and 2 focus. Actually, yeah, we're going to use 2 focus to make that a total of 5. Boom, boom. So it's going to be 5 melody tokens. So we're going to place 1 on the Spectre. Already has 1, so we're going to place 1 on the Feral Mother. We're going to place 1 on the Kroll Assassin. We're going to add 2 to Willow, and 1. That'll be a total of 5 to Gavin. Actually, you know what? Because so many of those already have them, we're going to do that slightly differently. We're going to do 2 to each of the heroes, and then 1 on the Kroll Assassin. That was the only one that did not already actually have one of those. Also, we're going to go ahead and use the water die, exhaust that to give 2 focus to Gavin. He has none. Okay, and water comes back out. Interesting. So I'm going to take these 2 focus and put them on Gavin. And that is the bury loot of Willow's. And yep, that takes care of that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some, I think we're going to do some attacking. Alright, so the next card we're going to play is this feat card, a Song of Violent Valor. Each hero with a melody token heals a damage. So each of our heroes are going to heal 1, which we really desperately needed. Mostly for Gavin, to be honest, but they both needed it. And then each enemy with a melody token takes a damage. So that means the Kroll Assassin is going to take 1. The Revenant is going to take 1. The Feral Mother is going to take 1. So that's very, 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 very good. And then we can use wind. Now, obviously, you see we don't have wind in the pool. However, we do have wind in the form of a melody token that Willow can use. Each hero may either gain 1 melody token or discard 1 melody token to attack, targeting the enemy adjacent to them. Well, we're going to use that to trigger Gavin. So he's going to spend a melody token, and he's going to do an attack. And he's going to do an attack with 3 dice against the Feral Mother that is right beside him. So let's see what happens with that. 1, 2. Oh, it kind of sucks. But he's going to have to spend 1 focus just to do a damage, but a damage is a damage. So that is going to be another damage against the Feral Mother, the Red Feral Mother. And that takes care of that card. Now remember, that was a feat. So we spent 1 for the Bury Loot. So that means that Willow still has 2 actions to spend. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do the next action while we got it here. We're going to go ahead and play that card for her as well. This attack is going to target the Revenant. That is going to be a 3 dice attack for her. This is a range 6. Before the attack is made, you may discard 1 melody token from any card. So it could be hers or Gavin's. She's going to go ahead and choose to do that from hers. To add a die, so that's going to be 4 dice. And let's see what happens. Targeting the Revenant, which has no armor, by the way. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, and a crit. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh. She's going to use actually both of these focus, 5, 6. That will be just enough to take out the Revenant. I was really kind of hoping to get some more focus, but I think at this point taking these guys out is the most important. So she ends up taking out the Revenant, which gives us, that supply that we desperately needed. Then she says, with a 6, she can move to 3 spaces and then deal a damage to an enemy within range. If she has a dart, again, there's none in the pool, but she does have melody tokens. So she's going to do some movement and try to help out Gavin here. So let's go to go back to the main board. All right, so here we are at the main board. This is our second token because we did the Bury Loot as an action, and then that attack card was an action. She is going to move the 3. Let's double check the card. She can move up to 3 and then deal damage to an enemy within range. Yep. And the range on that is 6. So she's going to go. We're going to count 1, 2. Yeah. So she, even if she makes it up to here, she can even hit the Feral Mother. So 1, 2, 3. Get her as close as we can to that, and then go ahead and spend another melody token to just do that free damage, essentially, to the Feral Mother. So that puts 3 on the Feral Mother, which is good. She has one. Well, she has one action left, doesn't she? What is she gonna do? So I think she's gonna actually just use as her last action her regular attack to attack the Feral Mother, because she's got the range for it, and she can do basically guaranteed damage. So we're pretty much going to guarantee, hopefully, that Feral Mother goes out and give Gavin some breathing room to hopefully in one go take out the Crawl Assassin and the Feral Mother, and give him some breathing room. All right, here we are. So we've got a 2 dice attack against that Feral Mother. We'll roll this and see how this goes. Okay, so there's 1, 2. It'd have to use a focus, which she doesn't have. That kind of sucks. So really the only thing she can do is gain a focus. That's unfortunate. So she is going to gain a focus. And she can use her last melody token to go ahead and do that to deal a damage to an enemy within range. and that is going to go onto the mother as well. So to take out the mother, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So to take out the mother, Gavin's going to have to do 5 ultimately to take it out. So let's see if Gavin can do it. Let's take a look at his position. Okay, so I think this goes away. And we have to draw while we're here. Rousing finale. There's the card for Willow. So he is going to basically use his Great Axe, because remember, his Great Axe lets him hit 2 enemies that are adjacent, or within range 1 of him. So he's going to attack both of these, probably taking out the Feral Mother, hopefully taking out the Crawl, and then moving up, maybe, or moving up and then possibly healing. That's the thing, is we really got to get some heals going on. It doesn't have a lot of stuff to be able to heal him, though. So we'll see. I wish he was close enough to where he could do a search, but I don't think it's going to happen. And where he could search on this, just again to get some supply. But I don't think that's going to happen. So, yep, let's go do the attack against these two using his Great Axe. Alright, so here we go. He's going to do, like I said, he's going to do that attack with his Great Axe. So that is going to be 3 dice plus 1, so that's 4 dice with his axe. And we're going to go ahead and use a supply, as much as I hate to do it, to try to guarantee that we kill these guys. So that is 1 more die. So that's 5 dice. Great Axe against... now this attack is against both the Reverend Mother and the Crawl Assassin. So what do we have? Oh my gosh, not good. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and use the Illuminary Pendant, because that did not go the way I wanted it to go. Enter within range, rolls dice for a test. They may discard 1 inspiration, which he has in spades. To add a crit, so it's going to let us roll another die. Of course, it would be that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can make it 6. 6 with this. So it's going to be 6, which is going to be against the Reverend Mother, -2. So it's going to be 4 goes to her. That's more than enough to kill her. So she comes off the board and is taken out, which is awesome. So that's a supply gain for that. And then also that's going to be 4. Yes, 4 to the Crawl Assassin, which has 5. So that is actually just enough to take out the Crawl Assassin as well. Good. And that is another supply for that. Good deal. Good thinning of the ranks there. So yeah, that is what we're looking at. And let's go back to the main board and see what we should do next. Alright, so I'm thinking first thing he's going to do, he does have the Lingering Melody, where he can spin from the dice pool a water, and that will let him move If I exhaust it, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to use that card. We're going to use that card because you can see the use effect, move up to 2 spaces and heal 2 damage. That is what we're going to do. He needs to heal. And that is not an action. As I understand it. I don't believe it is. I know the card is an action card to play, but I don't think it's an action for him to do that. So move 2 spaces and heal 2 damage. So he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to heal 2 damage, which is what we need. Which is very, 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 very nice. So he should probably actually move one more time and then search just to get some more of that supply, because I don't have another way realistically. He's got, let's put his actions out here. So he still has 2 actions because he attacked with 1. I can play this Light of the Illuminary on him, which would potentially give him the ability to use fire to heal another one. I'm only going to be able to use that once. I think I'd be better off probably moving. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use this action to move to get 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go ahead and search this because he can't open the door. Yep. That's what we're going to do. All right, cool. Let's go do some searching. Get some more stuff, hopefully. All right, here we are with a search. We're going to do a search. It is a blue search for him, so that is 2. There are no progress on here so far on this, so this is going to be hopefully super beneficial. And let's see what we get. All right, so that's 2. So that is a search card and a supply, and he's going to go ahead and take that focus because he has no focus. You know what? Oh, no, I did use it. Never mind. So that's what we're going to do there. So he's going to gain that focus. He's going to gain that supply. And our search card is going to be Potion of Might. Before rolling for your strength test, gain 2 dice for this test. So he could do some. He could wreck. Yeah, he could wreck with that because remember that's his best stat. So if he used that with his axe, he would be rolling 6 dice. Because that's +2, so he'd be rolling 6 dice for his attack. Wow, that could clear a path super quick. Yeah, so that is his go. That is his go. And that was his last action, so he is going to draw a card. He's going to get shielded by Faith. Where were you at just a second ago? So this is going to go over here to his spot. Shielded by Faith. Look at this. Each within range gains inspiration. Don't really care about that. It's a reaction card. Gain an armor token. Play this card here within range would suffer damage. Hero may discard 1 inspiration for each damage. Oh, so he's got. They both have a good bit of inspiration there. So that could be worth it there. Yep. Oh, the other thing that we forgot to do when he used that pendant is to spend this to give him an inspiration. Because that will give them both. Would have given them both 4. I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and roll this while we're here. Good result. We can use that. So these are going to go Focus is going to go on his board. Supply is going to go there. And that is everybody's turn. So now we're going to do the threat turn. All right, so just to look what we're going to do, and then we'll go to the board. We're going to do the sneak test, then the gargoyle, then the courtier, and then we'll process. Gavin. This is Willow's. All right, so this is Willow's. We're not going to draw a lurker card. We are going to attempt to do an alert card. So let's see what the alert card is. A test for blue. She's got 2 dice for that. Yeah, I think we're going to use one supply to add a 3rd die because, again, we really don't want to lose that. Plus, that may give us some more focus if we're lucky. 1, 2, 3. She's got to spend the one she's got to make it 4. And then she's going to get back 1. So basically, she spent this one, goes away. That makes 4. She gets 1 back for that roll. So she does pass this card, which is the most important part. So now, let's go process the gargoyle and the courtier on the board. All right, so here we're at the board. So we're going to do the gargoyle first. It's got a movement of 6. It's going to engage and then inflict 5. The closest is obviously Gavin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's actually going to stop there because it has a range of 2. And so it's going to do an inflict 5. Of course, it's going to be green against Gavin. So let's go and roll that. All right, so here we go. He's going to roll 2 dice. He's going to spend a supply to roll the 2nd die because he does not need to take damage. And so that's going to be 2 dice. And then he does have potentially this reaction card that's shielded by faith that he could possibly play if we need to. So let's see what we get. All right, so there's 2 with a crit. And that, okay, yeah. So we're going to actually play that as a reaction card. Yep. So it's going to be, that's going to cancel 2 at the 5, 1 for his armor. He has no armor tokens. So he's going to take 2, or he would take 2. But instead, he's going to spend 2 of his inspiration tokens, of his 4 inspiration tokens. Those are going to go away. And he's not going to take any damage, and he's going to gain another focus for that roll. And also this says each hero within range gains an inspiration and armor token if we have Earth. Well, guess what? Right there's Earth in our pool, and that would include both he and Willow are going to both gain an inspiration, so he's going to get back some of that inspiration, gain an inspiration and an armor. And so we're going to roll this, and we get wind. Okay, so that's that. All right, so the courtier is going to move next. He's got a movement of 4, going way up here for Gavin. He's actually he's way here off screen, so he's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's unable to engage. Engage, and then each character within range gains a threat token. So he can't attack. So he's going to move another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he does not have line of sight, so that doesn't happen. So that takes care of him. So the next thing we're going to do, while we're here, we'll go ahead and activate it. The Feral Mother goes next. She got a movement of 5, again going for him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's unable to do that. She's going to move another 5. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to get her to here. That kind of sucks. And that's going to be an inflict 5 blue on Gavin. All right. So like I said, it's inflict 5 blue on Gavin. Yeah. It's going to go ahead and roll 2. And let's see what happens. All right, so there's 2. He'll use 1 to make that 3. His armor is 1 for 4. The armor token he just got is 5. So he will take no damage. Which is good, but not great. Yeah. So that takes care of the threat phase. Now we'll go to the villain turn. Alright, so villain turn's pretty simple. Fortunately, we don't have dark in the pool, so we don't have to worry about fighting that battle. Each minion heals the damage. If there is no minion in play, well, there's several, so we don't have to worry about that. And the darkness card doesn't do anything, so that's good to go. So now let's see what this card is. Sanguine Tantrum. Each hero may discard any number of focus, and each hero must resist 2, adding 1 to the difficulty for each focus that hero has. So we could do a resist. Yeah, we're just gonna do a straight up resist check, which is gonna turn that into a resist 3 for both of our heroes. They get 2 dice each. So let's start with Willow. 1, 2, here we go. 3, gains a focus. Awesome. That is a resist, so there's nothing really we can do other than just roll and hope we roll well. So that worked out well for her. Let's see if it works out as well for Gavin. No. So he's going to take 1. Because that's what he does, is he just gets beat up on and on and on and on and on. Yuck. Okay, well, not the worst card. So now we're going to go to the quest turn. Alright, so let's do quest row. Each hero without a copy of Sneaking in the threat area draws a threat card. Well, guess what? That means that Gavin has to draw a threat card. And this is what he draws. Endless Thirst. Okay, so we'll have to process that here in a second. Each hero with 3 more quest tokens on their sneaking card is discarded to draw a threat card. Well, there's not 3 on Willow, so we're good there. So let's go roll for Gavin again. Alright, so here we are. So there's no darkness, so we don't have to worry about the bottom, which is good. Each hero gains a threat token. Oh, each hero. Dang it. So everybody gains a threat token. So that's 1, 2. 1 more for Gavin. 1 more for Willow. And then they must test 3. If failed, that hero must either suffer 2 damage or draw a threat card. Oh my god. That's a test too, right? Okay, well. Yeah, so we'll start with Willow. Her default is 2. She gets +1 die because of her Ring of Intellect. And actually, she's going to go ahead and use the fire to make that 4. And exhaust. So we'll have to re-roll that. And use of the ring there. So actually, that's a good use. So let's re-roll that first. Oh god, we got wind. This is not what I wanted to get. Here's our test. 1, 2. Wow, she needs 3. So she's going to have to use 1 of her focus to make that 3. and then she's going to gain back 2 focus. So there's the 1 spent, and then here's the 2 she gains back. So she has a total of 3 focus. So she does at least pass that test. Gavin only has 2 dice to do this. 1, 2. He's gonna have to spend this only focus to make that 3, and he's gonna gain it back. So he spins it, and then he gains it back with the other focus symbol that's left. So he does pass as well. Okay, good, because I was afraid that was going to get us some damage. And that's actually better threat cards, so at least there's nothing physically on the board for that card. So now let's go back and continue on Quest Row. Alright, so that takes care of the escape. Now we go to the Storm Altar. Each hero may discard a focus to change an altar die. We're not going to do that. Nobody's in the altar's room. There is wind, so we are going to execute that. And actually, you know what? I need to take that off the board. So, wind. Each hero with no focus gets a damage. Well, fortunately, we both have at least 1. Each enemy suffers a damage. So, this wind die did actually help us out. So let's reroll it, and we get Earth. So, all 3 of our enemies, the Gargoyle, the Courtier, and the Green Feral Mother, are going to take damage, which is good. I like that. And that takes care of that. The locked chest, nobody's adjacent. The weapon rack, nobody's adjacent. The mirror, nobody's adjacent. The Blessed Fountain hero adjacent to this feature may roll 1 altar die. I think we're going to roll 1 of the waters. No, we're not going to roll a water die. We're going to keep it because there's stuff we can use. And that is going to be the end of the quest turn. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our heroes and probably going to open up the last room and not going to be good. Let's see what happens. Okay, all right. So here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to open the door and see if we can run for it somehow. So we're going to open the door. We know that 2 lurkers are going to spawn over here. And there's going to be 2 minions. Now, hopefully we can burn down whatever minion is here, because 1 will spawn here and then another one is going to spawn either here or here. But really all we got to do is have a path there, because if we can burn it down, then we can move 1, 2, 3. If we can use 1 action to do that, we can get her to the stair tiles, and then his actions will just be running to the stair tiles. Because remember, we don't have to get rid of everything. We just have to make it to the stair tile to get out. So that's what we're going to do. So let's do that. So there's the door. Oh, God. This is going to be... She can take a beating for a turn, but... I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's reveal the room. So remember, our quest card says, when the character opens the door to the room with the stairs tile, don't reveal the room. Instead, each hero draws a threat card and lurker card. Each minion spawns as close as possible to the door space connected to the open door, then draw a villain card. All right, so we each draw 1. So she's going to draw... Oh, crap. We've seen this. Endless Thirst. So we're going to have to process that. And Gavin gets the yellow gargoyle. Okay, so yellow gargoyle. It's going to spawn as close as it can to the open door. So, boom. It's going to go right there. Okay, and then we got to draw 2 lurker cards. Now remember, those lurkers at least are going to be over here. It's the first one, the second one. They're going to be over here. All right, so the first lurker card, and again, this one would go to Willow, is going to be a Raglan Burner. Okay, and Bray Servant for Gavin. So, Raglan Burner, Bray Servant. Alright, I'll get those minis. Let's first, though, go to the roll and see what we can do about the roll. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so let's start with Willow. She does not have any melody tokens. That sucks. There is fire though, so she's going to go ahead, use that fire to give her what would be 2 for her stat, plus 1 because of her ring, plus 1 because of the fire exhaustion. So we have used that Ring of Intellect. That actually has come in handy. So let's re-roll this and see. Okay, we get another fire. All right, that's cool. So this is a test 3. Yep, test 3. There you go. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a crit. 5 and a crit. 6 and a crit. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Pretty good roll. Now for the one that's not going to be so good. This is going to be for Gavin. That's 2. And that is a failure. Now, either suffer 2 damage or draw a threat card. So I think I'm actually, in this case, I think he's just going to draw a threat card. There's really not a reason not to, because I think if she can burn this gargoyle down, which hopefully she's got 3 actions to do it, she could at least get out of there. And yeah, so of course he draws the green courtier. I'm running out of places to put this stuff. So the green courtier is going to come out. And yeah, so let's go to the board. Let's place our minions. There is no darkness, so we're good there. And see what happens. Alright, so our lurkers that we originally drew was the Raglan Burner first. So he would go there. Then the gargoyle went here for the minion. Then we drew this threat card. Or I say threat card. That's the minion. All right. So we dealt with that. And then this is the Bray Servant Lurker. And then we got the green courtier. Alright, and so then this is going to spawn to the nearest the most characters in the shadow space, which would be here. It can't, so I guess it'll just go right there. So that is the revealed room. Okay, so let's zero in on this, because if we can do this one thing, we may actually have this. Alright, so remember, we have 3 actions, right? First action, we're going to do an attack. And also, let's remember that the enemies that were drawn by Willow were, which is unfortunately only the one, were exhausted because of her sneak card. So the burner is not going to activate, but that's unfortunately not the one that we really wanted to not activate. So she's going to attack. She's going to attack with her slingshot. Yeah, she's going to attack with her slingshot. As an action, there's nothing else really that we can use to kind of beef that up because we really want that to do well. So, yeah. All right, so she's attacking with a slingshot. She's going to use a supply because, we really want to make sure we get as much damage as we can because this gargoyle does have two armor. So we're going to roll 3 dice and see what happens. It's only 3 hits. Oh, that sucks. So that's 1 damage, right? Yep. That's 1 damage. She is going to spend this win, though, to exhaust and deal 1 damage to an enemy within range. So she's just going to spend that to do another damage to the gargoyle. Oh, wait, you know what? Whoa. Before we do that, we're going to have Gavin use his Illuminary Pendant. After here within range rolls dice for test, and discard 1 inspiration, which she has tons of, to add a crit to the results. Boom. Which means she gets to add and roll another die. Okay, so there's 5. So that actually means that is 5 minus 2 for the armor, so that's actually 3 damage to the gargoyle. Which means he has 2 health left. He's got 2 armor, so we need 5 more damage. He's going to go ahead and use this to deal another free damage to him. Done. So it's another damage to him. So that's 4 damage. So we need 4 damage. We need 4 damage now. Shouldn't have any way to just straight up do damage. So she doesn't have any of those tokens. So yeah, she's gonna do another attack, and she's gonna use a supply. All right, to make it 3 dice. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. So another 3 dice. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. This is her second action, by the way. Yep. So that is 1, 2, 3. She'll use a focus to make that 4. She can't use that ability again, which is unfortunate. So that's going to be 2 more damage. 1, 2. So that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh, see, this is where it sucks because if we didn't have this enemy upgrade card, he wouldn't have the 1 health left. We need to kill him. All right. She's gonna attack again. She's gonna spend another supply. Final action. We need at least 3. And there's 1, 2, and we'll spend 1 to make it 3. And she'll gain it back. But that does take him out. So that is a supply back. He comes off the board, which is what we needed. Which is awesome. So there it is. Oh man, that was so close. Holy crap. That's going to do it. So let's go back to the board and look at our situation. All right, so we took him out. He's off the board. I already took him off. So now she's just got to get to here. She has no actions, but remember, she has, boom, this quick route. We can use it to move up to 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets us just on the tile. She's going to be using that. So, zooms on over. Awesome. While she's on there, since we have water, she's going to go ahead and use this out of the pool. It rolls back into water. Go ahead and give Gavin 2 focus, just in case he needs it. Oh, let's see here. And then, yep. Then she's going to draw a card, and she's going to get a verse of diversion, which is not going to matter. I think that's all I could do with her. Yeah, that was all I could do with her. And then it's going to be Gavin's turn. So let's see what we can do with him, because is there any way that he can get some extra? So 1, 2, 3. So 2 of his 3 actions are going to have to be movement, right? So what I'm thinking is he does a search on the Blessed Fountain. And, yeah, he's going to do a search on the Blessed Fountain. Maybe he'll get lucky and get some supply from it. It's worth it. So he's going to go ahead and spend 1 action to do that. So let's go to the roll. All right, so here we go. He does have -1 to this because we already have a search token on the Blessed Fountain. But, hey, you never know. All right, so there's a crit. There's another crit. Okay. So that's at least 1 supply. 2 supplies. Yeah, he's going to spend a focus to turn this into a success. Boom. So, we take 1 away for the progress token that's already there. Leaves us with 3. 1 is going to get us a card, and that's 2 supply. For a total of 5. And the supply card he gets is Potion of Charisma. She's not going to be able to use, but hey, it is what it is. Awesome. So let's go back to the table. All right, so here we go. So he has his 2 actions left. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's his first action. Second action, 1, 2, 3. Third action. And per the escape quest rules, that each hero is on the stairs tile and the altar is in a revealed room, the heroes have successfully escaped and win the game. So, ta-da! Yes, we won. Oh my gosh, that was so close, y'all. So, let's process the end in our storybook, because hopefully we're going to get some good stuff. Alright, so campaign upkeep. For each hero, each hero heals all their damage and discards the focus. I've done that. For every 3 supply the party has, they gain 1 random equipment. Now, unfortunately, we only have 5. We were 1 short of having enough. So we'll do that. Here's the deck. Give it a shuffle. See what we get. Hopefully something good we can use. Alright, and then just kind of halfway mix these up. Give it a random cut. And what do we get? Staff of Haunting. You cannot equip offhand. It's a weapon with a range 2. It's attack +1 with charisma. Ooh, and with dark, deal 1 damage to an enemy in your room and move up to 2 spaces. Wow, that's going to be really good for Willow, because that's going to give her a 4 attack. Nice. Alright, cool. So we're going to take that. Awesome. If the heroes won the quest, which we did, With one final wood-splintering kick, you shatter the shuttered portal in the wall. You breathe a heavy sigh of relief as the morning sun streams in from the opening, taking in the fresh air of the outside again. Each hero adds one random hero upgrade card belonging to their hero to the journal. So let's grab that. Alright, so we're going to shuffle this up. This is going to be for Gavin. You can see me shuffling it. And cut. He gets an upgraded Valiant stand. And Willow. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Good to go. Give it a cut. So there. She gets an upgraded Braving the Dark. What is that going to do? It's a better search. But that is gaining a supply. And look at that. Valiant Stand is 2 damage to each enemy in the room. Wow. It's pretty impressive. So that is their upgraded cards. So I'm going to fix that in the deck right now. It'll happen in like 2 seconds for you. It'll take a minute for me to do. Alright, cool. So I've got that done. It took me a couple minutes. So each hero adds one upgrade card. If the hero is defeated by Nona Morn, we did not. So we're going to go to section 23. Alright, here we go. Section 23. So we're going to start right here. Run back to that dog. Traitor to the blood he is, and now so are you. The Thrall Countess hisses at you from within the shadows of the lair from which you had escaped with your lives. You tell him that Countess Morn, why Nora Morn, is coming for him, and all the blunt-fanged fools. Lorik's dust and ashes will be mine. Her words echo in your head as much as your wounds throb with some new burning. You can't shake the shrill of her cackle as you head back to Hawthorne. Even though it plays right into her words, you really must tell Mayor Bolton what happened and find a way to make sense of this new part of your life. So, let me move this up so you can see this. So it says, the hero that suffered the most damage, well, that is 100%, that is 100% Gavin, gets Vampiric Infection and adds it to the journal. So he's going to get this Vampiric Infection, which adds to your health value. You feel the power, you feel the promise of immortal power. Well, okay, so he's got 14 health now. Not too bad. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So, that is, that's been added, and let's wrap this up. Alright, so that completes our chapter 3 of Altar Quest, and we barely eked it out. I really thought with as much damage as Gavin had that we weren't going to make it, and I really thought opening that last room where we had basically potentially 4 enemies, 2 minions, 2 lurkers, was going to be rough. For sure, if this had been you've got to complete and clear everything and it wasn't just be on the tiles, we would have lost. I think I did everything pretty much right. I had a ton of threat tokens, and for a couple times there I thought, oh my gosh, I've done that wrong. But the threat tokens weren't when we damaged them, it's when they damaged us. And fortunately, we were able to run and stay away from them. There might have been a couple times maybe I missed that, but for the most part, they didn't really damage us. Now, the end result of that was that we probably used, I wish I'd had one more supply just to get a second card to add to our equipment. But that staff, that was random. That was a good draw for her. So that's going to be a 4 attack for her, and that's in it had the move and the damage, auto damage. So Willow is going to be doing well with that. Yeah, the only bad part about that is she's not going to be able to add melody tokens as easy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to make that decision. So yeah, that ends chapter 3. Chapter 4 is coming next. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. I know it's taken a while to do, but that is how we do it, right? But no, this Ultra Quest, again, this game is awesome. You guys, if you get a chance to get it, you should get it. It's just fun to play in general. If you like a dungeon crawl, the story elements are also really awesome. And there is the generic campaign where you don't have to use this book, or if you can get the stretch goals, the Kickstarter version, you're going to get this out of Luxen story. If you get Ark Inspire, you're going to be able to get that story. And there are 2 boxes in Ark Inspire that unlock some things. So I don't know if I'll do that on the channel, but that is also an option to get you some more stuff. Whatever's in those boxes, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, good times. I'm still enjoying the 2 characters. I think I picked kind of 2 support characters, which is making it a little bit harder. But we're making it. I'm just happy we didn't get another upgrade card to the enemies. So those are not any fun. But anyway, that's all the time we have for now. I'm Justin from the Board Game Losers. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.